वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह. Hundreds of Sikhs today in this chilly weather have gathered here in front of the Indian consulate to give the message. 74 years ago, a so-called Indian constitution which was implemented, which was not signed by the Sikh representatives, as two Sikh representatives in the Constituent Assembly said, this is betrayal of the Sikhs, this is betrayal of the promises made to the Sikhs. We reject this constitution. De facto, we may have been captured in Indian map, but de jure, we are not part of India. For the last 74 years, since 1950, Sikhs have struggled peacefully for 37 years from 80 up to 84. But in the first week of June 84, when Indian Army attacked, full-scale attack with artillery, guns and using air power, the Sikhs, they have declared their own independent sovereign nation, Khalistan, as their ultimate goal. Today, even in America, at 5 places, in front of Indian Embassy in Washington, D.C., in front of Indian Consulate in Chicago, in front of Indian Consulate in Houston, in front of Indian Consulate in San Francisco, huge protests are being held. In Punjab, a huge Insaf march on the roads of Chandigarh, where thousands of Sikhs participated, as the focus this year is on the political prisoners. More than a dozen Sikh political prisoners, those who have completed their sentences given by the Indian courts, some even more than 30 years, have not been released yet. On the other hand, since 2015, when for the first time our eternal Guru Granth Sahib Sarup was stolen from Burj Jawar Singh Wala, then its holy pages were scattered in the streets of Bargadi, and peacefully protesting Sikhs were butchered under the command of Sumed Saini, the DGP of Indian Police at that time. 2 Singhs were martyred in Babel Kala, dozens of them were wounded, and since 2015, hundreds of desecration of Guru Granth Sahib events has happened in Punjab. So the thousands of Sikhs, those who have started a Qaumi Morcha since January 7th, very clear message, release our political prisoners, punish those who have desecrated Guru Granth Sahib, they should be held accountable. But as yesterday in a referendum march, Khalistan referendum march in Amritsar, it has been demanded that now in Punjab a referendum should happen under the auspices of United Nations. And we commend Sikhs for Justice that already Khalistan referendum movement has been started from London, then in Rome, Italy, France, Toronto, and when we are talking today, a huge protest took place in Melbourne as on January 29th in Melbourne city. Khalistan referendum is going to be held. The message is very clear. 35 million Sikh nation is together. Our only and only ultimate solution lies in the independence of Khalistan and the way Indian system is handling. Look at the latest event, BBC documentary on Gujarat massacre, which is based on the report which was prepared under the direct command of the Foreign Secretary of Britain at that time, Mr. Jack Straw. And based on that report, the 2-part volume has been released by BBC. The way Indian government has reacted, it has banned it, it has taken down it from the YouTube, from the Facebook, from the other internet channels. Not only that, even the peaceful students of Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi, Jamia Millia Islamia University, Delhi, Pondicherry University, Delhi has been arrested and raided. Those university campuses has been raided as they were screening at that documentary. Even I heard today one prominent Punjabi journalist who was to participate here, his American visa has been cancelled So we want to give the message not only to the Indian system, but to the American system as well. You always said when it came that how the Nazis has persecuted over 6 million Jews, Gypsies, communists, Catholics, civil libertarians, and you said never again, never again. You all had the guilt that America was silent when that was happening in Germany. This United States of America, White House, Capitol Hill, they are repeating the same mistake. The same India which is on the footstep of Nazi Germany, what is happening in Punjab, what is happening in Kashmir, what is happening in Northeast, what is happening to the tribals and so-called untouchables of the country, and India is fully supporting Indian regime. That is shameful, and it was a big shame. But when State Department spokesperson 2 days ago, when he was questioned about the documentary on Modi, he said, I haven't seen it, and we have very deep values in India, values of democracy, value of this, that. In a country where press is not free, look at the report of Doctors Sans Borders, look at the report of Human Development, look at the report of Human Watch, Amnesty International. And if America don't believe in these institutions, then look at the report of our own United States Commission on International Religious Freedom, USCIRF. USCIRF for the past 3 years regularly has clapped India as a country of concern, but America is giving an exception to it. Our message is very clear. United States of America, and in this country where the flags of 194 countries are hoisted in front of UN headquarters, we as a minority, our gurus has taught us to stand by the values of truth, justice and liberty. This is the same Sikh nation which came to the rescue of the humankind during the COVID-19 crisis. Our gurdwaras all over the world, they became like the helping centers for the whole of humanity. 5 heads of the states in the past year congratulated Sikhs on the Sikh nation's birthday. The President of America, Prime Minister of Canada, Prime Minister of UK, Prime Minister of New Zealand, Prime Minister of Australia. That was the recognition of the Sikh nation. We believe in the values of humanitarianism, love for all, but our Guru has given us the sword as well, which reminds us that when all means to get justice may fail, it is justified for the man of the God to take to the hilt of the sword. And that is exactly what the preamble of United Nations Charter of Human Rights says, that if a man is not to be compelled as a last resort to rebellion, his human rights must be protected by the rule of the law. Our message is very clear. Stop these new Nazis here. Stop them from persecuting minorities. Let the UN Charter be honored. Let Sikhs be given the right of self-determination. Let United Nations be in Punjab holding a referendum as they did in East Timor, as they did in South Sudan. This is the time now when United Nations, when United States of America must stand with the Sikhs. This is the message we are here to give, and in the conclusion, where we show our solidarity with our Kashmiri brothers and sisters, on August 5th, 2019, India violated its own constitution when it scrapped Article 370, when it scrapped Article 35A. Kashmir today is an open jail. The same is happening in the Northeast. We stand with all the persecuted minorities, with all people who are being oppressed, suppressed and repressed in India. That is the beauty of the Sikhs. But we are people of determination. We fought against tyranny in the past 3 centuries and liberated our people from the yoke of slavery. Similarly, the day is not far when we will have an independent sovereign nation of Khalistan between the river Jamuna and Pakistan border, Wagah border. That is the message. Let 5 slogans of Khalistan, looking towards Khalistan, looking towards our political prisoners, looking towards the Tihar jail, where the Jathedar of Akal Takht, Jathedar Jagtar Singh Hawara, is being held for almost quarter of a century. And that is the message from Tihar jail. This is the message from Chandigarh Insaf Morcha. This is the message from the land of Punjab. This is the message from Akal Takht. Akal Takht to aayi awaaz. Khalistan, Khalistan. 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 Waheguru ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru ji